Okay, so here's a picking technique that I like to use. It's just a up, down, and if you take like 3 notes, like let's say these 3 here, you'll pluck the first 2. I guess this really arose out of my personal taste or distaste for doing flashy stuff like I guess when I was younger I would do stuff that was flashy every now and then, like this, 3 notes repeated, and it's just so obvious what you're doing is 3 notes, and it can become pretty boring. So to mix it up, if you at least do instead of doing pinky, ring, index and just repeating that, at least start with the ring and do a trill, ring, pinky, ring, index, sort of like. So at least that will add a little more interest and not make it so obvious what you're doing. Somebody who knows the sound of these trills will probably be able to identify it, but at least it won't be so obvious even to the layman that you're just repeating 3 notes. So from there, if you get that trill down, and I guess step by step, if we were to do that, then you'd want to get to where you could at least pluck the first of those 1, 2, 3, 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that sounds interesting, but if you add in now, instead of doing a downstroke on that first note, if you pluck the 1 and 2 but start with an upstroke, and sounds kind of interesting, and you can really keep it going, and it feels very natural, at least to me. I guess the temptation is to try to pluck sooner, but you're really doing, if you can notice that, I'm basically plucking, I'm swinging my hand up and just letting it naturally pluck those 2 notes, and then I'm spending some time away from the string. And once you get that motion down, it becomes really easy to, play any series of even 2 notes you can do. So maybe you could do a big stretch like so it can really make the most out of something simple. And it's all about getting the feel of this hand down, because this hand, well, I don't want to discredit the work that it takes to get this hand to be able to do what it does, but so you're taking advantage of the plucking technique over here and some hammering and pull-off skill with this hand. And you should just do it everywhere, as a practice. And I'm not as good at going the other direction. But that's an area that I'm definitely working on. You just do what, I think a good strategy is to start off doing the way that's easy for you and get a handle on it, but as soon as you get a handle on that way, start working it the other way, because you don't want to become so good at doing it the one way that you are really reluctant to work on the other way. You shouldn't let yourself, the discrepancy in your skill, get too great before you start attacking the area of weakness. So that's one picking technique that I really like to use. Again, it kind of takes something that otherwise sounds really flashy and makes it have enough substance that it doesn't really sound so flashy.